The Bucks look to take charge at the Bradley Center. The Bucks coming to this after the win against the Charlotte Hornets. And just a 2-point win there. They had to fight tooth and nail for it.
Yeah, they really struggled shooting the ball in that game, but still came away with the win. They obviously had to pick up the slack in a lot of areas, and they did it.
Yeah, and Steve, I think that says an awful lot about them as a team when they're able to win despite shooting that poorly.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for the Knicks, Lee in at point guard. Anthony out there with Garnett, and it's Matthews, and it's Stevenson in at the 5 down low.
Well, the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
And the Knicks with possession here. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Yeah, it seemed to me their three-point shooting was their own worst enemy in that game, Clark. I mean, even their wide-open looks weren't falling.
Yeah, and I'm sure when they think back on that game, Steve, their main regret is going to be that they didn't get away from the three-point shot early on. They kept going to it.
Here's Lee. He's coming off a 16-point game against Cleveland. Outside Anthony. 6 to shoot. With the fadeaway. Good.
Still went down, but with no defense anywhere near him, he might as well just go straight up. No need to fade away.
On defense, the Knicks. Here's Carter Williams. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Great job taking right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left him no choice but to foul there.
No good on the second free throw. And here are the Knicks now. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
Here's Mayo. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Charlotte.
And he played great at the defensive end of the floor, too, Kevin. Had a couple of important block shots in that game, so good all-around effort.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting for Milwaukee, O.J. Mayo.
Free throw good, O.J. Mayo. Free throws good for O.J. Mayo. And we're about 1.5 minutes into the first quarter. And here are the Knicks. It's a 3-point game. Lee kicks to Matthews. Lee against Carter Williams. And that one's good. Lee's got his first bucket of the night. On defense, New York. We'll go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Jason Kidd. Doris, what's the news there?
He said a big part of this game will depend on how well they can slow down Carmelo Anthony. He added with his size and shooting ability, he can score inside and out. We're going to try a couple different coverages and show him different looks over the course of the game to them off balance. And guys, I guess we'll see how it works. Back to you.
Thank you, Doris.
And they'd love to have a few more easy baskets like that to kind of set the tone for the rest of the game.
Here's Lee outside. It's rebounded by Mayo. And the Bucks with possession. 3-point lead. This their first look at this year's New York squad.
Well, somewhat surprisingly, they actually lost the season series last year, and playoff status apparently meant nothing when it came to how they matched up. 3 straight makes to start this game. Looking good.
Knicks trail by 5. There's Lee with the 3. That is good. Lee's got 5 now. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. And here is Carter Williams. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Hornets in Charlotte. The Bucks working the ball around. Dudley dishes to Mayo. 6 on the shot clock. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Looked like the defense kind of backed off him, and he took advantage.
Lee passes to Carmelo. Back to Lee. The 19-foot shot. The shot no good. And Milwaukee will come the other way. There's the dish to Carter Williams. To the wing right side. And here's Dudley for 3. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. And the Bucks with some changes.
That's the way to shoot the rock.
Knicks trail by 4. Celtics making a switch here. Now Marshall. The feed to Calderon. From the arc. And Henson pulls it down. From midcourt. Some great action.
It's a Halloween broadcast of the NBA. Nikola Vucevic and the Orlando Magic take on Carmelo Anthony.
Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
And I like what they've done offensively, really attacking the rim, getting a lot of points in the paint.
And guys, they've been the aggressor early. I mean, attacking the hoop and getting into the paint, that can make the game really easy for you.
So bring the force over, y'all come inside. We got a war for me right here, like getting lost. So don't change the vessel, turn it up a little. I got a living room full of fine dime bristles. Waiting on the vessel, and the shizzle. G's to the whistle, now ladies who can listen. From the crib, mom, drop it like it's hard. Drop it like it's hard. Drop it like it's hard. When the pigs try to get it, park it like it's hard. Park it like it's hard.
At 62%. Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. Lee, he's in at point guard. Garnett. Then there's Calderon, and it's Stevenson in at the 5. Home in the paint.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
For New York, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Well, one of the highlights last season, this team shot the ball extremely well from the stripe. Huge factor.
You know, something you can point to when you're talking about their areas of success last season, free throw shooting.
And Stevenson drops them both. The Bucks trail. Here is Bayless. He's coming off a 10-point game against Charlotte. Kicks to Carter Williams. He feeds it to Bayless for three. Carter Williams dishes to Ilyasova. Here's Bayless. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burdick. Doris, what do you have?
Thanks, Kevin. Bottoms in the last game against the Cavaliers got the job done. He picked up 16 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. If his play in the first game of the season is any indicator to the kind of year he's going to have, all you can say is look out, league. Guys?
All right, Doris, thanks. That really was a spectacular game for him, even by his standards.
Well, those are pretty high standards ordinarily. We'll see how much it carries over. It's not a performance that will be easy to repeat.
But you like to have that in your arsenal and on your resume so you can call on it the next time you get out on the court. So I think it'll serve him better than it won't.
Parker against Hardaway. 6 to shoot. Parker against Hardaway. Parker's shot is off. New York with the ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Lee outside. Second chance shot. In deep. Hardaway drops it in the basket. Hardaway has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, here we go again. An open path to the hoop, an easy 2 points. Where is the defense?
Miles Plumlee's checked in for Ilyasova. Matt checked in for New York. Larkin comes in for Jose Calderon. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Carter Williams with it. To the wing right side. And Bayless kicks to Carter Williams. Off target with his 3.
Their offense seems completely out of sync here. They're on the wrong end of a big run.
And then at the other end, it's been bucket after bucket after bucket, giving up a huge run here.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Doc Rivers address his team. Back to fundamentals. That's what he told them. Specifically, he'd like to see them implement the pick and roll as often as possible. He also told them that he wants to see multiple passes on every possession. He said that was the key to getting the best shot each time down. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. Parker passes to Bayless. That's good.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, getting the ball into the post should be their first option every time down. Force the defense to adapt and adjust.
Bucks trail by 8. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Carter Williams can't get it to go.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick, just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. They set the pick. Off the screen. The Knicks pull it in.
I'd love to see them impose their will a little bit more on the backboard. Usually that's a great way to take control of the game.
Well, they haven't been able to do that yet, but it's something they're certainly capable of.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Garnett. Pass to Matthews. Larkin kicks to Stevenson. New York moving the ball around. That's a 2 from Lee. Lee with another miss.
You know, he's so confident, sometimes to a fault, and that showed right there. That's a bad shot.
Exactly. I mean, that's self-inflicted damage right there. There are a lot better options than what he took.
Milwaukee shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And not a very strong free throw shooting team in general. Guys, they shot 73% as a team a year ago.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys.
Both teams changing it up here. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. New York ahead as they end the second quarter on a 12.
Okay, that was some strong work in the first half. Let's talk about what we got to do to keep this crowd out of the game. Our passing has been very precise. I'll give you guys a lot of credit for that. We've been extremely smart with the ball, basically haven't given them any gifts whatsoever. One thing I'll say is that we didn't lean too much on either our defense or our offense. That was a good thing. We can't afford to be one-dimensional. And let's talk...
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment.
Take a look at what Bottom's been doing. 13 points, and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
Well, as long as he's continuing to make them, I think they should make him more of a focal point of this offense.
The Knicks leading by 9. Parker out there with Plumlee. Then there's Jared Dudley. Then it's Carter Williams. And it's Mayo in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Pass to Carter Williams. Feeds it to Dudley. Dishes to Mayo. Mayo left side. Clock at 6. There's the bucket. Good. Mayo's got the first points of the second half up on the board for Milwaukee.
Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
Lee outside. That's good. Lee's got the lead up to 10 now for the Knicks. Here's Carter Williams. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Out left to the wing. Anthony Stevenson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And here's the fast break. Carter Williams leading the way. Stolen by Stevenson. And a fast break now for New York. Lee's running. The 19-foot shot. And yes, sir, that one drops. And now a 12-point New York lead. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Now here's Carter Williams. Outside Mayo. Dudley with a screen on Anthony. Mayo into the lane. It's stolen by Anthony. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Anthony's got 13.
And their offense is flowing. It's clicking right now at the beginning of the second half. They've made 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Here's Carter Williams. And again, unable to change momentum here. Lee against Mayo. No good from Lee. Bucks trail by 14. Not quite.